Welcome to this lesson of Microsoft Word. Today we are going to learn how to type equations in Microsoft Word. Once again, this is Izon School of Computing. Please don't forget to go to our YouTube channel, Izon School of Computing, and subscribe. Please also share our video. Perhaps you could help someone, or someone could find this video resourceful. So we are going to launch Microsoft Word. I'll go to my start button, and on my computer I already have Word on the start menu. For those who don't have Word here on this menu, you can scroll down this list until you find Word. So this is the program we are going to use. So you click Word, and then as it loads, just after loading, I repeat this, we are not going to use any of these templates. We are going to choose blank document like we've been using in all previous lessons. So we want to know how to create equations. First things first, let me increase my font size and then also choose my font face. So Tahoma, like I said before, is my favorite for now, and I've chosen font size 16. So what do you do if you want to type equations like those found in math papers? First, there is one simple way for simple equations. For example, if you practically do this, if you typed 1 on your keyboard, and then on your keyboard you found a slash, we want to type a fraction. So first we started with 1. Then on your keyboard you're going to look for the slash button. So I'll show you using the keyboard here. It is found here. So this is the slash button we are talking about. So when you click that, after 1 you click slash, and then you type 2, and then you press space. You'll get a half typed for you. Okay, let's add another fraction. I'll put a plus sign, and then I want to type 3/4. What you're going to do is you're going to type the 3, and then on your keyboard look for the slash. I'll show you once again where the slash is on your keyboard. You're going to use this slash. So you type your slash and then put the 4 and then space. So you have a half plus 3/4. You can even put an equal sign and put where the answer will be put. I put some underscore there for the answer. So that is one simple way of creating, typing that type of equation. Another simple way is, for example, if you want to type x squared plus y squared. So I'll type the letter x and then type the 2, and I'll put a space and then a plus, then a space again, then a y, and then a 2, space, and then equal sign, a space, then I'll press underscore like 5 times just to put a space for the answer. Now, I said we needed x squared, but here we have x2. So what you're going to do, you are going to select only the 2 here, and then on your home tab, there is this x squared. This is called a superscript. So clicking on that button gives you a superscript. Just next to it is a subscript. If you want to type if you want to make a subscript, let us choose these 2 also, and then click on superscript. So we have x squared plus y squared. Those are some simple ways. Now, Microsoft Word gives you another option how you can type equations, and this is why we are here in this lesson. We shall go to Insert. Let's go to Insert, and then at the extreme right, please follow my pointer. At the extreme right, we have Equation here, and then there is a drop down arrow. So let us go to Insert Equation. In those options, we have Insert Equation, which brings you this button here. So I want to type, let me assume I want to type 2x cubed plus 4y squared. So I type the 2, and then I'll go to this area of my ribbon, this area, and then I'll go under scripts. I'll click and then choose, let me choose this first one. This will give me a superscript kind of what I want. So I'll click superscript. So it gives me two boxes here. So in the first box, I'll put the x, and then in the other box, I'll put the cubed. So I have 2x cubed. Now I want to add a plus sign, but remember I have to take this pointer, this cursor here out of the script. So I'll press the right arrow key just once. Then I'll put a plus sign, and then I'll start again. I want maybe 4y squared. So I'll type, maybe I can even put a space. I'll type the 4, the number 4, and then go back to scripts here. Then choose the first one, and then in the first box I'll put a y, and in the other box I'll put a 2. Then I can click outside this space, then equals space, and then put an underscore. So I have 2x cubed plus 4y squared. Now, another example that I can give you in this lesson is if we want to work with fractions. So what are you going to do? Let's get back to the Insert tab. So you click Insert, and then move to the extreme right, and then under Equation, click on that drop down arrow, then go to Insert New Equation. So we want to type fractions. On this side of this bar, I have fractions here. So I'll click and then choose, determine which of these fractions am I comfortable working with. There are many styles. For starters, let us use the first option here. It gives us 2 boxes. So in the first box, I'll type a 1. Then below it, I'll type a 4. Now, to move out of this first fraction, I'll press my arrow key the right arrow key just once, so that I'm out of that fraction, and then I'll put a plus. Then I want to put another fraction. I'll click here, and then choose the first fraction, which brings me to other boxes. So I'll click in the box above, I'll type 3, and then in the box below, I'll type 5. Then again, I'll press the arrow key on the keyboard just once. If you want to remember where the arrow keys are, we have this arrow key right, then we have another arrow key left, we have a down arrow key and the up arrow key. So we are there, and I'll type equals. So I want to put x over y. I'll go back to fraction, then choose the first fraction, the first type of fraction, then put x in that box, and then y in the box below. So when I am used to, when I'm done with this fraction, I click outside. I can click on the left alignment so that my fraction goes to the left of my page. So we have a quarter plus 3 out of 5 equals x out of y. Then there are cases where you want this fraction to appear in brackets. Let us press enter and try this out. To get to the equation, to insert equations, remember, go to the insert tab and then move to the extreme right, then under equations again choose insert new equation. Now we want to type exactly this, but we want each of these in brackets. So what we are going to do, the first thing we shall do is we shall choose brackets. There are many options here: fractions, scripts, radicals, integrals, large operators, and then brackets and more. So let us choose brackets. So which bracket do you want to use? We have the first bracket here, the common parentheses, or you can even use, in this case, let us use the square bracket. So I'll click the square bracket. Then within this bracket, there is a box in which I want to insert a quarter. So I'll click in that bracket and then go back to the fraction. So I'll choose fraction. I'll choose the first one. And then in the first box, I'll put 1. And then in the box below, I'll put 4. So like I said, I'll go on my keyboard, I'll click on the right arrow key, but this doesn't take me out of the bracket. So I'll keep right arrow key a second time. Now I can type plus. I can, on my keyboard, I'll use my keyboard to put a plus. Then I want another bracket. So I'll go back to brackets here and then choose the type of bracket we had initially, square bracket. And then I'll click in this box that appears in the square brackets. Then I want to put my fraction. I'll go to fraction and then choose the stacked fraction and then click in the box above and I type a 3. Then in the box below I'll type a 5. So I want to go out of this fraction. So I'll press the right arrow key once, which doesn't take me out of this bracket. So I'll press a second time and here I am out of the bracket if you look keenly. Then I'll type the equals sign and then get back to this bar here where I want another bracket. So I'll click, then choose my square bracket and then click in this bracket and then come to fractions. So I'll choose the first one since it's what we've been using for consistency. Then I'll type in the first box X and then in the box below I'll put a Y. I can now comfortably click outside the box. So we have our fractions within the brackets. I want to remind you that doing this comes with practice. So doing this easily comes with practice. We've been doing it for a couple of years. So if you find difficulty in doing this on your first try, please don't give up. You can get to us on WhatsApp on +256 772 111 223 or visit our website www.izonschool.com. We have a team that is there to get back to you almost instantly. Let's try out another equation. I press enter and then go back to insert and the insert tab, and once again go to the end where we find equations. On the down arrow key, on that sorry, not down arrow key. On the drop down arrow here, you'll go to insert equation. So this time we want to deal with let us try out radicals. For example, a square root. We can insert the square root of maybe 100. So I'll click on this first one. This gives me a box where I'll type 100. So this is we want to add the square root of 100 to something. Then I'll use the arrow key just to go out of this root, and then I'll put a plus, and then I'll go back to this radical the option for radicals, and choose this one, the second one. And maybe I want the cube root of 27. So I'll type 27 here, and in this box I'll put cube. Then I'll click, I'll go out until I am comfortably out of this, that equation. Then I'll type equals, and then I'll put an underscore 5 times maybe for the answer. So we have square root of 100 plus cube root of 27, and the runner will give us the answer in this space. Let us have just one more example. Let's go back to insert and then move to equation, then insert new equation. Under insert new equation, we want to use matrices. So we have several matrices here, but we want them to appear in brackets. So what we are going to do, the first thing is choose our bracket here. Let us choose the square brackets. There are many options here, many types of brackets, but for now, let us use square brackets. You can do the rest during your practice. Then within these square brackets, I'll click in this box and then get back to matrices. So I'll click on matrix and decide which matrix do I want to use. Let me choose this one for now, a 3 by 2 matrix. So I'll type in each of these boxes. I'll find a figure to type. 3, 2, and 1. Then to get out of this bracket, I'll use the arrow key, right? This doesn't take me out of the bracket now. Pressing once doesn't take me out of the bracket, but pressing a second time takes me out of this bracket. Then I'll put a plus sign and then get back to my bracket still. I'll click here and then choose my bracket. Then click in this box and then come here and choose which matrix I want to use. Let me this time use a 3 by 1 matrix. So I'll click here and put 2, go to another box and put 1, go to another box and put 3, depending on the needs. So like I said, I want to move out of this typing here. So I'll press the arrow key right once and then press a second time. So this takes me out of that bracket. And then I'll put an equals sign. And then I'll go back to my bracket here. Then choose the square bracket. Remember, we are doing this for consistency. We have been using these brackets throughout. So I'll click in this box, then come to my matrix and choose a 3 by 2 again. Then I am free to put what I'm supposed to put. I'll put X, Y, and Z. I'm doing this just for illustration purposes. So there we are. We have a few equations, and I feel that by now with practice, just practice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, you'll be able to type a math paper using the insert equation option. But there is also another option. Sometimes if you find this difficult, sometimes you might find this very tricky. These new versions of Microsoft Word have given us an easier way of doing this. If I go to insert and then go to equation, there is something called ink equation. An ink equation, it will bring you something like this, and this is where you want to type. So you'll use your mouse, and if you have a graphics board, it's even very easier. So I'll type with freehand. Here, using freehand, you can type what you want just using freehand, and you'll get what you want. But it is easier when you're using a graphics tablet. So for now, please first practice using this standard method, and I hope this lesson was helpful to many of you. Please remember to share this lesson with another person, because in experience, I have found that many people find it difficult typing equations or typing a math paper. Please share with others, and please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You go to Izon School of Computing and then subscribe, and please also remember to share. Thank you very much.